Well, there's more to come. All y'all got to do, you got to wait for the show, you'll see.
I do. I
I'm going to introduce our vendors in just a minute. First of all, just address the elephant in the room. Tony is not here today. He may or may not continue, but I just want to let everybody know everything's great. We're still best friends. And yeah, the show goes on and he may be back. We're just going to see what happens.
You just saw the script, right?
Sorry?
You just saw the script, right?
I don't know.
Oh, because we were in the story, so the script.
You might have said that. But yes, I'd like to first of all thank Joseph and Sia for this lovely location. And they are serving food tonight. You see over there, Joe left rice, beans, today. Yeah, I'm vegan, so I can only have the rice, but beans too. Yeah, the rice and beans really good. And we're going to start off with Pixie. Would you like to start off first? Sure. She's set up right there. Yeah, you can come over where I am.
Peace and love, wonderful ones. How you guys doing this evening? My name is Pixie, and I am actually the curator of a collective called The Sweet Life. And each section of my collection is like a suite or a room that caters to different aspects of daily life. By trade, I'm a licensed hypnosis practitioner. And whenever people hear that, they're like, "Are you gonna make me bark like a dog?" I have no, I mean, if that's what you're into, I'm not gonna try to do that. Hypnosis was extremely transformative in my own life. Believe it or not, this is my worst nightmare. I hate speaking in front of people. I had some issues with like leaving the house. Just a lot of trauma that I had to work through, and a friend of mine did it, and it was so transformative in my own life that I wanted to offer it to other people. And through that time, I started making jewelry. And the jewelry was very meditative, and it was kind of a way, I think that when you're giving gifts, like your way of praising the creator is to use those gifts. So our lives we are divine beings. So I don't call it jewelry, I call it adornment. I believe that we deserve every single slice of ecstasy that life has to offer, and we should adorn our lives with beautiful things. It took a while for me to come to that realization, but I've lost a lot of people. And when you look back, it's like, you're never like, I wish I worked more. You're never like, I wish You know, I miss that train, like you're always like, I wish I had more time with the people who mean the most to me. And with them not being here really allowed me to realize the gift of the present. That's why it's called the present. And, you know, everything that I touch, I just want to be beautiful. And that's about it. Nice to meet you all. You, okay, take two. You can follow me on Sweet Adornment, SUITE, like the room. And then ADORNMENT, and you'll know that it's me because there's a little pixie at the top. But I do all genders, all different types of jewelry. That's just the tip of the iceberg, though. The jewelry is the cherry on top. Yeah.
I just wanted to ask, were you christened Pixie?
Well, I've been waiting for my growth spurt since I was like 12. So like I tell people it's because I'm magic and that too. But I'm pixie size, so it just, yes, I was christened that. I didn't come up with it. I used to sing a very long time ago, and I remember we were in the studio and I was singing with someone, and they were like, "Well, what's her name?" And like one of my friends was like, "Oh, that's Pixie," and I'm like, oh, "Okay, I guess that's it." So like when people call me by the name that I was given when I was born, I don't even respond. Like it doesn't click anymore because people have been calling me Pixie for so long. So that is me. And yeah.
Any other
This
questions?
time for okay.
Awesome.
Yes.
Do you do like any events or anything like outside of like?
I do. One of my favorite things, you can actually book me. I do charcuterie and jewelry or permanent jewelry and charcuterie. I post it all the time, but that's fusing two of my favorite things. I like to eat and I like to make things pretty. And I also I do pop-ups as well. I'm located in a space called Maison Soleil right now, so I'm there sometimes. But I'll always post wherever I'm going to be. Sometimes a little late, it might be the day before, but sleep eludes me, so I forget the time schedule I'm on sometimes.
What was your most challenging like jewelry you made?
I honestly can't say that any of it has been challenging. When I first started making jewelry, the most challenging aspect was that I felt like it was like a piece of me, and I tell people all the time, like, you need to get this now because I might be painting next year. I'm not like, I have a very short attention span. Like I said, I used to say people like, oh, we can get back in the studio. I'm like, that chapter's over. So here's the jewelry chapter. It might be, I don't know, crochet next year. I don't know, but I think the most difficult thing was like when I would make things, I wouldn't want to give them away. So like when I would sell them, I'd be like, no, it's my baby. And then quite honestly, my friend B is a testament. My prayer was that whoever this is intended for, just like anything that I do, I always ask to be used as a vessel of the creator. So like whoever this is intended for, let them find it. So I don't feel so bad anymore. So it's all right. That's it. Yeah.
All right. Give it up.
Thank you. Oh, my table's over there. No, when we're having a special, I do permanent jewelry. I should have said that.
I know,
Keep going.
talk about that.
Oh.
I have one more question.
Yes.
I actually didn't even know the answer to this.
Yes.
Go ahead and do the,
Wait, no, what's the question?
it's about the hypnotherapy. Like, how does that work and like what's the most transformative experience you would say that you have with that, like with clients?
With clients?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not putting me on the spot. All right. Because I'll share both, honestly.
Okay.
I don't mind sharing both. Can I do that first? I'll do the hypno. I can't say therapy because technically I'm not a therapist. But I am certified, licensed hypno. I don't even like to use the word hypnosis because people, again, ask me ridiculous questions. The most transformative thing for me and why I started doing it, no violins, but I had a very significant death in my family. A cousin of mine was murdered. And it wasn't the first person in my family who had been taken from us in that aspect, in that way. And it was the crux of COVID. And again, like after loss, the only place that felt safe to me was my home. So legit, I only share it if it helps, but like I was diagnosed with agoraphobia and I didn't want to leave the house. Like it was a real thing. And I was a shadow of my former self. Like my background is salon management, so I'm from New York. I was always around people. So I just really didn't recognize who I was. And so that was the most transformative thing in my life. And then I think in helping other people, the most transformative thing that I have seen, a lot of people come to me for like weight loss. Some people come to me for past life regression. And usually I know what that is, but it usually winds up taking us to a place that is in this lifetime. So most people meet their child selves. That's what helped me as well. And like you realize like you're who you needed when you were a child. You're who you needed. Like every aspect of you serves your highest self. So like even if you smoke, like if you're a smoker, there's a piece of you that feels better when you smoke. So even though you know that it's bad, there's a piece of you that's like, well, this is comforting. This is something that comforts me. So kind of bridging the gap between the two things and bridging the gap and really understanding like you don't purposefully do anything that's bad for you to you. You do things that make things feel better and make things comfort you. So just like bridging the gap between, okay, well, what's healthy for you and why do you do I'm also for a reformed sleep eater. I used to eat in my sleep and I realized that the root of that, and I didn't realize it, I didn't know that I did. I found like a half a Snickers in my bed and I thought that my cat took a deuce in my bed. And my ex was like, smell it. I'm like, I'm not smelling it. And I was like, oh, this is just chocolate. So the root of that though, was being comforted and being lulled back to sleep. So like when I wake up, you know, I've always had issues sleeping and it's kind of like giving a baby a bottle. So once you realize like what the root of those things are, you're able to reframe them and then take them into your everyday life. Because it's like me holding your hand while you talk to God. That's the best way that I can describe it. I can't make you do anything. It doesn't work for people unless they're ready. So I've had people say, I want to stop smoking. And then come to me and be like, you know what, I actually like this. Like I enjoy smoking. I'm not ready to stop. If you're not ready, I can't force you to do that. So did that answer the question? Kind of, sort of?
Yeah.
Round in circles? All right. For real this time?
You were gonna say something before she.
The permanent.
Oh, permanent jewelry. So with in the same line of being adorned, as much as I love the term of endearment, queen, what's a queen to a goddess? So I honestly feel that we are absolute divine beings and we should move in our lives that way. And just making jewelry or making adornment, creating adornment kind of led me to doing the permanent jewelry, which is like your own personal talisman. So like when you find these pieces, you make them, they fit you perfectly, they won't fit anyone else. You can take them off, but I was gonna say we're having a special buy one, get the second one half off, and all of our charms and connectors are all $15 today. That was the last thing. Thank
You speak well for someone who doesn't like speaking. Up next is our next vendor, our Auntie's Place.
Hello, I am Daisha Hicks. I just sell vintage items. I like shopping. I have a wonderful life. I've always wanted things easy, and so that's what I did. I went to college and I was like, well, what's the best job where I don't have to do much of anything and get a lot of time to myself? And they're like, well,
You did this the right way.
yeah, I was sorry. So I became a teacher, which stressed me out because I hate public times. Like I like to sit down in the back of the classroom to teach, but that was my style of teaching. Like I just kind of let them do their thing and I like to facilitate learning rather than this is how we're gonna do it, be in the front. And then I hated my job and wanted nothing but to like see everyone die in my classroom. So I was like, oh, okay. I should probably leave this thing. So I went to Korea and I had the easiest job. Yeah, I was there for 9.5 years.
Oh, wow.
And so I wanted even an easier job. So my last job that I had, I only worked 12 hours a week.
What?
Yeah.
I'm back to.
Yeah, I was a English teacher at the university and it was the best job.
Wow.
And it let me have a baby and I was able to afford childcare and travel, and then baby daddy tricked me and made me come back home. And she knows me from friend. So yeah, and I was depressed because I was in a place that I felt like, why am I here? I thought people loved me here, and it was fake. And then I was like in a relationship with a poly relationship, and she always gaslit me to be like, no, I love you being here and it's great. And then she eventually is like, so I don't actually want to do this, I'm gonna leave. And I was just like, okay, wow, that was a surprise. But anyways, blah blah blah. Yeah, no, but everything is cool. Like I'm always like, I could leave, I'm cool. Like I don't need anyone. I just need my baby to come with me, so I might have to like sneak her out. We got a passport, we just have to go. This is all on TV and online, so I hope this won't be used against me in the court of law. Yeah, no, but because of my depression, I just kept on buying things that reminded me of people that were in my life, you know. They had cancer and died on me, and that was rude. And so I just bought things that reminded me of them, and someone's like, you have too much stuff, you should try to sell it. And that's how I ended up doing our auntie's place. And I used to be the cool auntie who would like travel to all these countries and bring back really cool stuff. I've been to several countries and I speak many languages. And that was my life. And now, I'm not saying I'm stuck here in America, but it is kind of boring. America is so basic. And I miss that life. But I have a wonderful life, you know, for, you know, most of the time it's great. And I love it because I'm with a wonderful family now. And I'm with, great people. And it's been fun meeting everybody through the vintage world, as well as the vendors, so it's been really cool. Yeah, so.
I love that story.
No, seriously.
Any questions?
Yes.
Have you thought about a career as a stand-up comedian?
Funny you ask. I used to do stand-up comedy.
Of course.
Yeah, that was one of the last things I did right before I left for Korea. I was gonna do stand-up comedy. I sold out shows and stuff like that.
Wow.
And it was like a source of therapy for me, but also really high anxiety. Like I would throw up sometimes on stage. And before, after, during, it's like, so yeah, I was one of those people. But yeah, I've done it. I've done the comedy thing. I don't think I'd be allowed to do any of the stuff I would say, because I would be canceled like the first day.
Oh,
Like,
I would have heard it. I would have heard it.
Give us a taste, give us a little sample.
oh, a sample? Oh,
That'd be wonderful.
It's a spot.
yeah, I just,
Everybody take your phones off.
yeah, a lot has changed. Like I can't say some of the stuff. Like I remember I had one of my skits was about like my parents, and a lot of it was like she knows my family. Like she's known them and met them and hung out with us several times. And most of it was just stories about my parents and how I grew up. So I didn't have like jokes per se. It was just Well, I didn't have I share.
Yeah.
I feel like people in here.
Okay, one of the jokes was when I was a teacher, I would tell people how the young girls were, you know, very aware of their sexuality, and like, you know, they would say stuff like, yeah, I'm gonna give this guy a hand job because he gave me some Snickers. And I was like, oh man. I was just like, oh, they're so smart. I was doing it for free. Oh, man. I need to go higher up in my life. Like, I need to ask for the full meal, you know. Something like that. that. Or the other joke was my mom would tell people, you know, how you know that old adage where they would say, you know, they're not gonna wanna buy the cow because you're giving out the milk for free. And I was just like, but people are thirsty. So I gotta let them have the milk.
Hey,
But yeah, so I don't know how that would be taken in today's 2024 environment. I don't know if I can say those jokes.
Yeah, you give it
I don't know, so that's me, but yeah, I think I'm still funny,
step back up.
and I love being around people, but I don't think I could be on stage anymore. But I have a friend, well, no, this is not, I've had many of people, this is not a lot, this is like a family get together, that's how many people would be in the house or something. And, but my friend and I, we've been talking about doing a podcast, and where it's just the three of us and some friends that will come in, and it's gonna be called, okay, I'm about to get out. You know, you know how you're always trying to leave at the house, and it takes you like 3 hours to finally leave? So it's gonna be like, okay, I'm about to head out, and it's just us talking for 3 hours about stuff. So we'll have a topic, and we'll probably never talk actually about the topic. Yeah.
That's the best right there.
And so,
I need the film crews in here.
I know. Yeah, she does film. She does her. My friend who does, she does film, and the other guy he does sound.
Nice.
So like he does like music and stuff. So yeah. Yeah. So we've been talking about it, and we're like, we're gonna do it. Yeah.
I'd love something like that.
Question, did you
Yes.
say what you were doing for those 9 years in Korea?
Oh, I taught English.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was an actual teacher here. I taught Spanish, and then I got a ESL TESOL thing, and then I went there and I taught at the elementary schools. And after that, I went to university.
I know a lot of people do that, they go to Asia to
Oh,
teach
yeah.
English,
Oh,
easy
yeah.
way to travel.
Oh yeah, you can do that in most countries.
Is it a
Korea-
livable wage though?
Oh, I wouldn't say livable, but if you learn how to like keep your money, I'm not gonna buy a car, I'm gonna take transit all the time, I'm not gonna always eat out and have fun. I'm gonna cook food for myself. You can save money, because I knew people who like when they left Korea, they were able to buy a house.
So it's just a way to travel for the low.
Yeah, yes. So like I spent all my money. I was just like, I don't care. So I went to South Africa, I went to Italy, I went to the Philippines, I went to Bali, I went to Kuala Lumpur, I watched an F1 race. I did all this stuff, but actually like be an adult and like save up for stuff. Yeah. I should have a really big house with all the money I've spent on that.
It sounds like you did this right though.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
It's kind of two questions.
Okay.
I'm curious how you got into speaking like so many foreign languages and also how you got into stand up.
Okay, so my mom is Filipino, so by culture you speak several languages. I'm not fluent in Tagalog or Visayan, but I can understand stuff and I could make an accent. And so, yeah, I could do that. And then like I said, I took Spanish. Once you learn a Romance language, you can pick up other ones. They're almost all the same. And then I learned Korean. I'm so bad at Korean, but I could like read and write it, but I couldn't tell you what it means, but I was like, oh, this is what I could show you and stuff, but yeah. And then with comedy, there was a program, I think through the Muse or something. Is that what it's called? The Muse?
Yeah.
But they had like a comedy writing class. And so my friend paid for me to take a class, and then that's how I got in it. Yeah. So some of the people I know are still doing comedy, which is cool, like locally. You may have seen them like at the Funny Bone opening up for somebody or being the host. Okay. Oh,
Sorry. I know you said you're like not into or interested in getting back into like stand up, but like would you ever like be open to like hosting or that kind of thing, like kind of similar?
Hosting, yeah, so I would love to do that, but I will say the weirdest things. So if this is gonna be something that you want respectability or something, it's not gonna be with me. I'm gonna just say stuff, but I can talk. I can introduce people in another language or something, or talk about the culture, but it's not gonna always be like, oh no, why did we hire her? Yeah, that's what's gonna come out, so. But I don't hide that. Yeah, like when I was talking to the dude that I'm with now, I was sending him dick pics. like other dudes' dicks I was with.
Hey,
So I was
you
just like, this is what you're gonna work with, so. Just so you know, you're not there for me, so.
You hit it all, man. I bring that thing to the table.
The quickest relationship.
Yeah, I'm gonna get.
Hey, yo.
Wait, what?
Did you get permission before you took the dick pic?
Oh, there his face was in it, I don't care.
Can I?
They were real dudes to me, so.
Unsolicited pics of other
You
people.
sent them, like, are y'all still talking after you sent them photos?
Who, the
current guy.
Oh, yeah, I live with him, he's,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
he takes care of me. I have that soft like him, so.
That's a great story. You just get left on red.
He sold their house.
I've never heard of
He left so hard to
Yeah, no, they,
Everybody's sorry.
Never text anyone again.
oh, you
just
can
get rid of
follow
my
me
phone.
at Our Auntie's Place, OurAintieSplace on Instagram and Facebook. I don't do the TikToks, but I am on the Facebook and Instagram. Our Auntie's Place. Yes, I am the coolest auntie you'll ever meet.
Any other questions?
Yes, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. Oh, also, I have a booth at the local marketplace, which is down in Granby, so yeah.
That's the most insane thing I've heard all week.
Okay, we have our third and final vendor, Charday and Co.
I'm gonna follow up with
And then we're all gonna
you
shop.
but I do have a cosmetics, body oil, and fragrance and cologne brand. And I started in August of 2020 because I just love makeup and I have a shopping problem. So why not make money off of what I love? And then I incorporated body oils and face oils because I like skincare now more than makeup, if that makes sense. And then I wanted products for men and women because I'm trying to get everybody. Everybody. And so and then I feel like it's a confidence booster too. Cause I feel like for years, people that know me don't believe me, but like I always had like confidence. I wouldn't say issues, but I was always like, wait up, somebody thought. But when I have my makeup on, I'm good. So then I was like, okay, let me start promoting. Cause I've had it since 2020, but I don't think I really went hard with promoting until like 2022. And then I always have it on and people, oh, can you do my makeup? And I'm like, no. That might be next year. Like I love people, like talking to people, but I don't think I really wanna teach. But I'll teach, so I think that's what I'm gonna do next year. So I've been growing the brand and I'm online and I have all the social networks. They're all different names, but if you type in Charday Co, SHARD, what is it? I'm nervous. Thank you. It'll come up, but I do feel like it's something I wanna do. I do have business cards. And over here, and like I said, I'm growing. So I like to do a lot of events. So next Saturday, I'll be at the locals market as well in Upper Granby Street. And then I'm trying to sell out everything so I can rebrand for next year.
What's your best selling product?
It's weird because it fluctuates. I would say right now is the lip oils because a lot of people don't like lip glosses because of the consistency, but the oils still keep you moisturized. And then I feel like they're unisex. I mean, I don't judge. It's a lip oil, you don't gotta make it glossy.
Yeah.
But I would feel like it's probably a lip gloss, that's what I started with. So that's what I post the most of and do like lip combos, stuff like that. So, between those two.
And any other questions? Alright, so those are our 3 vendors, make sure you go and check out all the stuff, anybody has some things. I got some earrings actually from Pixie over there. Yes, beautiful stuff, go check it out and Melvin's awake. Okay. You look like you were sleeping over there.
Really?
You can do a little bit of playing while everybody checks out the vendors. And then we're gonna jump back into it in just a few minutes.
No, this is for my live stream. This is for my live stream.
Wait, hold on, what was the list? I don't think I saw that. Go to the list.
Yes, you took time to do it, that means you're really passionate about this, like.
That's not the point. Can't be talking.
I'm sorry for somebody.
Negro spiritual.
That's my point. I gotta read it.
That's a ghost.
You know how bad it is when you get, you know, you know how bad it is when you get the whole DJ system?
Hey, I'm not gonna lie though. That's why
Take the time.
You already know.
Virginia knows more than we know.
We don't know.
I really walked in here prepared to lose. But yeah, I was like, man. Yeah, I want to get this. Like I said,
I've been arguing about him we talked to mom
it's such a classic.
That's one of the songs that's the problem that always has like a million classes in R&B.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but nothing.
it gets the people moving.
Yeah, exactly. They all get people going. So what's the problem? If it gets the people going,
Exactly.
I don't know. No, do it with these songs. We have so many. I need that bag for people to do.
I was like,
Also, too, only issue with swag surfers, they play in the wrong places. Like, I don't want to hear swag surfers at home. I don't want to hear swag surfers.
I just start playing right now.
I want to hear. If they play Can't We Talk, then that makes sense.
They play the hit. I mean, I'm not sure.
If they play the year, I would still be part of that. I'm like, this
Before I left, first of all, everybody be singing dance with their girlfriends to a breakup song. That's already a problem. That's fine dance out of the
Shout out to Pretty Women. They don't realize that's a breakup song. They play Pretty Women before I made that a breakup song. And they play it, and they electric slide to a breakup song.
Never said it. When you just go back to the you love Johnny, you That's fine.
You a crummy man.
I didn't even hear what's going on, man. I'm just saying, let's go back. No problem, lady. You put one game came up.
Did you put Ducky Buck on that list?
Yes.
I'm actually not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. It's like,
Ducky Buck out, no problem back in.
Ducky Buck would even the best song of that era.
I'm about to say, Ducky Buck out, Ray Stump remix by T.I. with Chris Paul and Young Buck.
I couldn't lie, I wish I was old enough to
Ducky Buck. I know about that Batman Bone Crusher back. Bring back no problem. My little
Rapper club record.
They don't play enough to that. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
They don't play enough to that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, bro.
I was up here with the band that one time in the spot.
Well, I feel like you gotta go for
That's the only thing. That's the only thing. At Cousin Festival, Jamaican Free, he came up there and was like the only player on the records. But then he went straight to all the rest. It was like every DJ up here came to so it was like, it didn't mind you. It's like none of y'all played. I am, but y'all all had the same song. I was like, also, y'all played nobody over here. I didn't know. Pharrell was like, Pharrell, Swizz was right there. Y'all didn't play no Prince. No Prince. No Prince.
Very long I can't play. I went into the whole house like, hey, we gotta get this almost. That run that Trey had, I would never have it. It was crazy. He made college crazy.
Yeah, it was a moment. I went to the last artist block parade. Watching everyone get so like nervous when they played it like that. It was so crazy because we were all just looking at each other.
I mean,
That's what they played too.
I'm tired of
I was at the bar. I was like, hold up.
somebody outside.
Me and my cousin went. It was like. And everybody just looking around like, I was like, you just gonna wait for the next song.
I don't know what I really is. I know. I'm just saying. Whenever he had the hell going on, so crazy wrong. Came outside.
Next year, Ray comes back outside to June.
He said before I let go, can't go. What, because he's bad now? No, I ain't never heard nobody say the other Frankie Beverly. Nobody knows. You be as a regular, it gotta go.
It just, my whole thing is, it just depends on the venue you play in itself.
They play it everybody, you don't matter.
Yes, and I don't have a problem with that. But there's the song I was like, I don't think right now,
Some of the old other classes.
they'll play that way and then they'll play Beyonce. Beyonce version.
I'm sorry.
I can live without it.
Before I let go, I ain't Beyonce.
Everybody should.
Yeah, I don't understand why people like that version. Like, relation.
Because they're saying it's because there's a baseline.
So,
You say
Yeah. But then she made another one. She made a
Big man draws the close I get to you.
Yeah, that's what
And
we
then
did.
until the entire I was like, both of them on. I'm sorry.
I love Beyonce, man. I just don't like what she did. I don't like what she
Beyonce
did.
voice don't belong on any song. And like when I hear Luke, when I hear Luke,
okay, oh, it's short list. Oh, I respect it. Okay. Okay, I respect it.
Yeah. My thing is a new shot. Like people out there talking about Drake. No. They're gonna get everybody's attention.
You brought Twitter to Facebook. That's Twitter.
Ask girls. All I do on Facebook is troll and make people.
That's Twitter. That's literally Twitter.
I'll make a whole post about women. Just I know this is a conversation.
You know what's surprising? Like,
and stuff.
a lot of people just agree with you though. Like, it's not as controversial. He says it's controversial. Yeah. I agree with both of them. But like, it's surprisingly, no one is like challenging.
I've been in real for a long time.
No one be challenging.
It's real for a long time. At this point, it ain't even
It
how
make
much
you
you
second guess
count.
yourself. Like,
It's how far you willing to go in this argument.
exactly.
Because I'm willing to go even if I'm wrong.
I knew I was wrong a while ago.
As soon as
I
you
just don't
pull
like
up,
losing.
as soon as I did like this, as soon as I do like this, you go. I'm single.
Oh, you see dollar signs at that point, like, hey,
Dollar signs.
when the check up at this point.
I ain't too far behind.
Might slide after the talk.
I might slide after I talk.
Take you on the
Look, it's like, who wants to go first?
Hey, look.
He's such a dad. I just ordered everything.
I know it is.
I just switched. I just bought all the stuff. I was like, they go ahead and Black Friday. They go ahead and wrap it
Oh, you want to do I'm watching the game. Learning that, realizing that, like growing is shots, frames, all the pre-production work she was doing in a film. So it's just like, I love it all. I try to pursue as much as I can. But I see how they interact with each other. My art background started culinary first. My mom went to war, so I couldn't see it. That's why I went to grab me.
Alright, everybody. Jump back.
I just don't cook.
All right, up next is, who do I have next? Oh, Pierce Johnson, another talented visual artist, is on his way up. Good friends with Joseph, and let's see what he has to say.
I get you right.
Oh, and there's one, by the way, if you guys have it.
Hello, everybody. Everybody, I like that. That's cool. I'm not actually speaking to a camera and and expecting like just text. I could actually feel your energy today. So thank you all for coming. Thank you all for being here. I go by, I guess, a few names. My original name is Pierce Johnson, but my social name is Perky's Pocket. And in this, I created a whole entire world that I believe in, and a whole entire world of creatures and belief that I grabbed, you know, from my childhood. And I guess that's what I am right now. I'm just an older perspective in that. And I guess you can see my attire is different too. I also have different types of feet today. So I'm just living it, you know. I'm just enjoying the best part of my experience. And that's really truly how I do it. And I'm just here to present some few pieces that I created within the last few months. This is October 19th, cats violently vomiting. And so I thought of something to get your attention, and the goal was to get your attention.
I like that.
So this is one of many cats that I created because I enjoyed the texture and the color of cats. And so this is one of my strongest points of my creation. And so I took this and thought of, okay, so if they're doing this, what is making them do this? And so I thought of, well, what are they eating? Maybe fish. So at one point in time, I was drawing on my walls at home, and I was, this is insane. This is part of the insanity where I just keep doing this process, but I don't know where it's coming from and I don't know why. But it helped me develop a story that they are called amoeba, and the amoeba are rainbow color continue to do. And just like I said, this is one of the cats. This cat's name is Victoria. And so I grant her the idea that she is real in some point in time. Not in this world, obviously, but at some point in time she is existing. And so I created this, you know, a month ago. And I did this on my live stream. I put this together on my YouTube live stream. If you guys want to follow me, I would be so much appreciated if you guys follow me on my channel, because I made it. That's the title of my YouTube channel. Yeah, this is it. And so a lot of the cats that I make, they have this yellow fur, and then they have red faces because of the vomiting. And so if you check this out on my channel, you'll see me creating these. And yeah, this is what I really enjoy. Sometimes they're just standalone and they just are standing in a spot, and then they have this color or so. And they're not vomiting all the time, but this is just for the energy and what I produce. So I have another one. Energy, the usage of the energy. And a lot of times on the colors, because I adapt to the and yeah, I guess it's the energy than anything. And I have a process of using the tools. That's the other thing, is using tools to help tell a story as well.
Yeah.
And so I just use tools in order to paint. It's not like maybe something that you've seen in museums in a sense, but it's more like using the tools to do something different to get your attention, rather than doing something that everybody else in the world has already done and trying to copy and paste in order to make their own. But if you follow me on my YouTube channel, I try to there's a 30-day challenge that I'm doing, and I just bought a book and it's all white pages, and I just try to draw whatever the energy draws. And if I can see eyes, then I'll make it into a story, and I'll tell the story based on that. And I use Chat GPT in order to tell these stories, and they're really fun too. I told a story about a guy who went fishing for sandwiches, and I never thought as a person that we can change this narrative into something just totally different. But it made sense because he was helping feed, you know, his village based on fishing for sandwiches. And that's just what it was. He went, you know, fishing one day. He found sandwiches that was, you know, edible. So, yeah.
Those open, sorry.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Those, they open up.
They all, yeah, every last one of them open up because there is a hinge. I put 2 hinges on each one, and they have little door handles. Just so.
Is there all like individual works of art?
Each and every one of them has on the back of it the day that I finished it, and then the title of it.
Wow.
And even so, the back of it has Omega feed. So this is where they go to feed, and yeah. And so the plants that look like plants are actually beings as well, and they fall off the tree, and they're called triglots. 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 And if you Google it, it's so weird because it tells you something totally different. But I used ChatGPT to help me create, because I kept seeing the same symbol when I painted, and I was like, I have to have a name for this because it would only make sense. And so for each one, I just created it just like that, just a different name. Yep. And they're all for sale too, just to let you know. So if you guys want a piece, and I also make time capsules too with water bottles. So I have those back here as well if you guys would like to take a look at that.
What materials did you use for the cat?
Let's go. Okay, so it's faux fur. So it's crazy because I went to I'm doing so I went to school. I went to the Art Institute for entertainment design and props. So I like making things for movies and for studio setups. And so I bought faux fur and I colored it yellow because it was white, and so it has a little tint to it. But I just cut the shape because the universe told me that this is the proper shape. And then that's just how I did it. And I cut the shape and I glued it. And I cut the fur down. And this is velvet. And I made the shape of the face, and I made the eyes out of what is it called? Makeup sponges. Yeah. And then I just used markers. Yep, but it's faux fur. And you guys can touch all of the artworks that I have are visual art. So you can. I went to the museum this weekend and I thought of it because they were like, you have to stay like 5 feet back for every art piece. But I was like, you know what? In my world that I live in, you guys are welcome to get the experience for sure of all my art pieces. You'll close and open up the doors, et cetera, because this is what it's supposed to be. You're supposed to get the energy that I helped create in these pieces, for sure.
I have one more
For
question.
sure.
For the background, did you
Ooh.
like tape it and then splatter paint?
Yeah, so this is all acrylic, and you can just buy this at Walmart. The idea was that, like I said, I put them in a container and just allow the paint to drip into spots. And yes, I did tape each and every section out because my brother told me, he said the background has to have energy as well. And so I separated it, and once the paint started drying, I ripped the tape up and then allowed it to continue to dry. So that's what it looks like in the end. Yeah. And I poured for the vomit, I put it in a container and I used 4 colors, and I just allowed it to drip and pour onto the canvas. And I live streamed that too. That was pretty cool. Yes.
2 questions. One, why do you live stream? And 2, do you interact with your viewers while you're doing it?
Well, I'm live streaming right now. I can't interact with everybody, whoever's in the chat right now, but I try to do my best because whatever the focus is, the camera's on that, and then I can freely talk. However, live streaming is so the world that we create is always going to change in some type of way. And so we have to be adapted to it because that is what I'm focused on, the energy of other people. And I'm going to teach everybody that you all have superpowers. You just don't realize what your superpower is. And then when you see it, you might be afraid of it. But this is something that you should continue to use, for your everyday, because we are superhumans. Hue as a color, man as divine. And so you should take that and do whatever you do best, for your existence. You really should. You did have 2 questions too.
Well, that's kind of too, but also, do you ever like take the comments of what people are saying and like incorporate them in your work, or like do you think it feeds into what you're making somehow?
So I get good and bad at that point in time. So I like it as a reflection. So if somebody tells me something negative, I'm like, okay, they're telling themselves about, about what they're going through or what they're experiencing. It's not about me. They're just showing you this is what they're experiencing in their life, and maybe they want to change. And a lot of people don't want to change, and that's totally up to them. So I just ignore them, block them, or whatever the case is, come to that. Because sometimes they interfere with the chat, because the chat, we're all talking about good things. We're all talking about like, our progress looks like. So I try that if you're not going in a good direction, you don't belong here. And that's just what it is. Yeah. You have
I have a question. Thank you so much for sharing your vulnerability with peace. If you don't mind sharing your thoughts or inspiration regarding the interplay of the color red with the, how should I say, la tête in French, like the head. What was the symbolism with the color red in this piece?
Ooh, I am vulnerable now, huh?
It's very curious.
Okay, so I remember watching other people vomit when we had drinking games and we celebrated for too long of a period of time. And then so that automatically brought me to an experience where I had my own experience of vomiting. And my head, from the vomiting was red. I looked at my face and I was like, damn, this is something I've never experienced before. And so I took that into the energy of creating. And I said, well, if this is the experience that I experienced, and then maybe this is the same experience that they might go through, in which they might vomit, and then your face would turn red. And I've noticed that with all colors of the spectrum of people. And yes, our faces are red, for sure. But I looked online that reds, oranges, and even sometimes blues are not as natural as we think they should be, because they invoke negative energy, negative it's something like that. And so the other colors, you have your greens and then you have your yellows, and those are more of the energy of growth. And so, but just like I said, I'm trying to use it to showcase energy. And even sometimes my energy is good, and sometimes my energy is like, why are you doing that? And so, I take that in the red that I use, and a lot of the colors that I have. I have a lot more pieces that have a lot more red, which just means that it's an overabundance.
Thank you for sharing.
Absolutely. I love being vulnerable sometimes. For sure.
Don't we all?
Anybody else?
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time. Thank you.
In case you didn't see him wheeling through, Joseph does have some delicious food ready. In case you didn't smell it either, and then we're gonna have our next speaker come up. Or I guess you can come up now. We have Sam, who, if you are trying to start a business, this is the person to talk to. So.
The coolest man in the building.
And you can just like go over and get your place of food while it's hot.
That sounds good. Hi everybody, I won't keep you guys long. My name is Sam. I am not an artist at all. No. My name is Sam Caballero. I actually represent Black Brand. We are Hampton Roads Regional Black Chamber of Commerce. We work to serve all of the 7 cities, meaning all Black entrepreneurship, all Black nonprofit support, and all Black professional development. So if you are a Black person in this room who lives in the 7 cities, you are looking to grow your professional life, you are looking to start a business, grow your business, actually learn how to make money with your business, aka actually have profit, not just sell it and spend your own money, to access capital, to get your own venue space, to get a building, to get a truck, to get anything. I would love to tell you about 2 absolutely free opportunities that we have. Are you guys interested? Do you pay if I share it? Of course.
Oh yeah, do your thing.
Excellent. In preparation for this event, which I did not prepare for, I only have 4 business cards. But we're gonna make the most of this.
Let me get one. Whoever answered the question correctly.
2 programs. Number 1, You are someone who has never started a business before. You are very interested in starting a business, or maybe you started a business, and when I say start a business, it could mean a couple things. Let's be candid with one another. Starting a business for you could mean, I did create that Instagram page, Sam, and I know there are products that I want to sell. Have I actually been selling anything? Absolutely not. I made no money. Or it could be, I did register that LLC. I have no business insurance. Didn't really make any sales, but I do have a business. Or you've had this business for 2, 3, maybe 4 years. Maybe you haven't had much traction, but this is something that you know that you want to do. You said, I have an interest. I've been focused on this. I've prayed about it. My mom has told me I need to do it. My sister has been giving me money to make this happen. I need to make this happen. But here's one thing that's missing. Other than you being an industry expert and having a passion for what you want to do, you actually know nothing about starting a business. So here's what you can do. You can register for a program that we have. It's actually my program. It's called the Surge Community Business Academy. Very long name. We call it Surge. It is a free program for the community. Happens in 3 locations here in Hampton Roads, in Newport News, Portsmouth, and Norfolk. It is a 12-week in-person program that teaches you about business fundamentals and management strategies. Maybe you paint, maybe you sing, maybe you craft of some sort. Whatever you do, at the end of the day, if you don't have the financial knowledge, you don't know lawyers, attorneys, if you don't know lawyers, you know CPAs, you know marketing experts. If you know the people that can actually help you to make the money that you're looking for and reach the people that actually pay you the money that you're looking to charge for your work, it sounds like you need to enter my program because we'll teach you all those things. We have a fully built out curriculum for those 12 weeks that we give you absolutely for free. We connect you with CPAs, with lawyers, with insurance agents. We connect you with everyone that you would need to know. We connect you with also free business consulting to help you not only launch, create your 1-year plan, and then connect you with the resources that directly exist here in Hampton Roads, because at the end of the day, what our community lacks is resources. We have the passion, we have the talent, we have the ingenuity. We lack the money and the people. What if I could put you in front of all the people? And what if I can prepare you financially to access the money? Doesn't that sound good? Sounds like you should register for my program. That's number 1. I'm gonna tell you how to do both. Let me tell you about number 2. Maybe you're saying, Sam, I've actually done all those things. I've had my business for 2, 3, 4, 5 plus years. I've made some sales. I've done some things. We've grown, but I'm looking to do more. I need to tap into $20,000 worth of capital, $100,000. I'm trying to own a building in Virginia Beach. Fantastic. Let me tell you about another absolutely free program that we have here in Virginia, in Hampton Roads, that is for you. If you have a business, meaning you have a registered legal business that is older than 2 years old, and you're saying, I'm willing to invest 12 weeks of my life to not only learning how to grow my business, scale my business, but set yourself up to access real capital. When I say real capital, I don't just mean a credit card. It could be a credit card. I don't just mean maybe a $2,500 grant. I mean you getting into government contracting for $1 million. We had a participant who came into our program. She sells olive oil. Olive oil. She accessed over $1 million in government contracting. Over $2 million. Actually, she did $2 million in government contracting. What if you could access a government contract? What if you can get access to capital for over $100,000 to get that building, to get those supplies, to get that camera, to get that truck, whatever you're looking for? So if you have a business that's over 2 years, we have another program. It is called B-Force Accelerator. It is an intense 12-week program. It exists here in Norfolk only at our office right now, but we are fully committed to helping Black business owners learn how to grow, make money for your family, so you can actually have this business and maybe quit your job one day, so this business can be your identity, so you can leave it for your family, and also for you to get employees. I doubt all of you want to be working 17 hours a day for the rest of your life. Would you like to have 2, 3, 4, 5, 20 employees one day at your multiple locations selling your product? We can absolutely make that happen for you. So here's how you can do both. Number 1, you can go to our website. Very easy. It is called Black Brand, exactly how it sounds. Blackbrand.biz. In the menu, you'll see both options for B-Force. If your business is legitimately over 2 years old, you're ready to access capital, you're like, listen, I've been doing this business stuff for a long time. I know what I'm doing. But if you said, Sam, even though I've been doing what I'm doing, I'm kind of a little bit of a baby in this world. And I need some additional support. I want to start from the beginning to make sure that I'm set up for success. You can enter my program. It's called Surge. You'll see both in the menu. Both of them are absolutely free. They'll be starting in a few months in the new year. I will be leaving my business cards right here. If someone takes it, you should take a picture of it so that we can get you into either of these two programs, because all of you here are artists, you are passionate, you are devoted to what you want to do, and we just want to see you make some real money so you can grow your art at the end of the day. So that's my 2, 3, 4, 5, 20 cents. All right, excellent. Thank you guys.
Give Joseph a copy. Mr. Joseph.
Looks like we have a special guest here.
What's up, y'all? Good, man.
Wow. There you go.
Hold on, did you take a card?
No, I took a picture.
Can you send it? I wanna see it. When I told you at the assembly that I called you, oh, go ahead, I'm sorry.
I just wanted to. Good. This is really good on you, man. I was watching you get cut. Oh,
I'm gonna say something. Everybody, if I can just say something real quick. I have an announcement to make. This has been a beautiful thing for me right here. All these people come together, the Doper Show and everything me and Jada do. And unfortunately, I won't be able to do this anymore, being here too much. But I encourage everybody to keep coming to these. This is gonna be my last show, being here and seeing all of you. And I really do love all of you. Yes, it does kind of make me a little sad, but this won't be the last one forever. It's just gonna be for a little while. I have to go somewhere else. And when I come back, I know it's gonna be beautiful. And I just wanted to say from the bottom of my heart that I love all of you. I love all of you so much. Thank you. I love you.
Definitely, bro.
And Jada, I love you. This is my best friend right here. And I don't know, I love Jada. We've basically fallen in love for the last couple of years, and I guess we're just two people that weren't supposed to fall in love. And this is just my goodbye to all of you, and goodbye to you for a while. I love you. And
You gonna let me sing the song?
sing that song.
Just dust roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost sleeping at your nose.
I'll be back.
You tie carols in a song. Like wine and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe. Help this season to grind. Tiny cups with an eye for the glow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's child is going to smile to see a reindeer really knows how to fly. And so I'm offering you a simple prayer. That's probably why then. It's from 1 to 90.
I mean, it's either that or the other one.
What's
the other one?
Jail?
Yeah. That's the only two. That's one thing I can think of.
Oh, not 21.
Yeah.
I thought the same thing. Yeah, you never know.
I understand.
But hold on. I didn't know there was. I thought.
Trust me, I get it. I'm still. Wait, hold on.
Tony, you get on my nerves right now. Because how you want to step in here and just do that and then leave?
Because I have to go.
Like tonight?
Yeah.
Like tonight?
Yeah.
It's a good thing. It's not a bad thing.
Very good thing.
That's all that we
Does
need to know.
it have to do with their script? Does it have to do with their script?
Who's that?
Your script. Your script.
What script?
The script that you sold.
Oh no, nothing with that.
No?
No, nothing with that. Even better.
Even better? Well, congratulations.
You got a hair contract. I'm gonna go home for a little bit.
A hair contract.
You got a hair contract.
You said go home? You're going home?
Be home. I'll be home for a little while.
Hell no. I want to know.
So like, hey, I can just say, I'm like, bro, just whatever it is, as long as you good. And Caleb like,
No, but what is it? What the fuck is it?
oh, tell me for real though.
y'all got going on?
I won't tell nobody.
What you got going on?
Right. I won't tell nobody. Hey.
What's up?
How are you? That's funny. Okay.
My man. I want to ask this person why he said this.
Why he what? Hey. Oh.
My bad.
Okay. I don't know how to dap up.
You don't have to dap up?
Bring it back sometime. Maybe 20.
I'm really surprised that they're together. That's crazy.
Is it new?
Well, they've always been together, but we on the outside looking in, it's always just looked like best friends.
No, that's what I'm saying. Ever since I met her, I've always seen this. I always saw partners as friends. So like kids.
I thought he brought his wife. I thought he has a wife. I thought he was married. Tell me.
I thought when it happened, yeah, here we go, huh? What happened?
Wait, so now you dropped 2 bombs.
I gotta stop being a nigga. If somebody say going away, why do you say, why the person think you going to jail?
Yeah, because why are you not saying it?
Just tell me what's up, dog. I understand.
Or at least say it's a good thing.
I've done weekends in a month. I understand.
That's funny.
Listen, bro. I had to tap Naj on the shoulder real quick, because if not,
Why did you tap me on the shoulder? I just want to see if you were in sync.
we were all of us was in the same level. And then the icing on the cake was my man who played the piano.
I could not keep my composure.
He almost made me lose.
I was like,
Yo, he almost made me lose it when he started. Hey, Julian said. Bruh. No, what had messed me up. I told you, but it went right up. I said, my man,
all right, say cheese, guys.
Am I? I'm not in.
Yeah, you were. You definitely didn't. Okay, yeah. Ready? One, two. Hold on, let me do the flash.
She said,
Make sure you got 2 light skins, 2 brown skins.
1, 2.
that's why I gotta have range, man. Because you know that
Let's see what that video look like.
oil paint, huh? Oil paint, huh?
Yeah, I decided.
Oh,
I'm fully committed now.
I didn't know yet.
Oils.
Oh, yeah?
Fully committed.
But yeah, Earl.
Everything this weekend.
Johnson Noel. 20.
What'd you say?
I didn't know I could do that. No, I'm not getting no trash. Yeah, that's where my art was in high school. High school and TV. That's where it started.
Because I went and bought all that stuff this weekend, so I was like, alright, I'm gonna hit you up about that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Why didn't you go
I bought some small canvases just to practice on, like, alright.
Julian? Woo! Julian, why didn't you go to the can last night?
My dad's birthday party.
Oh.
Yeah. I bought all of that.
I'm talking about literally just Alfredo.
Okay. The crazy thing is though,
So YouTube and TikTok is like I'm real fake videos like
Yeah, I seen the
I made burger chicken.
okay.
I made burger chicken. And I was like, I ain't gonna get this shit. I was like, so I did it right, and it should have made me mad that when I did it, I had 2 ounces or 2 cups of I only had 1 cup of oyster sauce. So when I else. I had to use like damn near 4 cups of brown sugar just to cut the savoriness down. Oh yeah, I always know I can get drunk.
That's the worst. Can't even try your own food.
That's that went away like mac and cheese in the function.
Yeah, and after that I went to Art Institute. And then Beach, and I went for media arts animation. And then I was like, I don't want to do that anymore, so I went to that time. And I was like, I don't want to do that either. So then I went to photography. I was like,
Loved it.
no, actually I stopped for 2 years. I stopped for 2 years and I got a job with Icon sales at Best Buy.
That is a great job.
I got a job with Icon sales at Best Buy. Guaranteed 40 hours. Set schedule with retail. What's gonna beat that? 15 an hour before it was 15 an hour?
When that meant something?
But yeah.
When 15 an hour meant something?
Yeah, when 15 an hour meant something.
Where are my glasses?
So I did that, and they said there was on the training.
The black
We was up there with all that.
What you wore today?
Wearing those Canon ambassadors.
That was a serious question.
It's like, I'm here now.
They gave me a camera.
Yeah, where are they?
Then they gave me another camera. Then they gave me the entire action camera. Yeah, then I made enough money to finally get out of that. So I bought my own camera. The other one was time is, yeah, work. One thing is to give it back. I'm like, but nice. But they gave me the action camera when I sold up. But I enjoy being like myself. Probably the most fun I had that. So I had to talk everybody out of going to Canada. It's all the things and all that. I've already done it for some years. And I was people like, yo, come to Canada. I be telling them all the shit I know. Like, I mean, there's something, they hate when I see it, but somebody that never created it. If Canada could recreate it, I might have something.
I have something I want to do.
You talk about
I mean,
it's like Sony doesn't give a beat. Sony doesn't give a beat.
For what?
So like film cameras compared to any like Canon. I think Canon make interaction cameras really be able to oh damn, yeah, you're right.
I like some.
Fuji is the thing.
Yeah, Fuji is the
They've mastered that.
Now Canon line, yes.
Yeah.
But like the artsit and all that, they're not touching the Fuji side.
They're not.
But I love them all. It's just one of the things that on top of the camera. That's a big thing. You gotta hold that. And nothing about an icon is more good. Like my fingers sit like this and my sit like this. Now like that.
There's something about that like top.
No. Have you ever seen the detail was absolutely like what you do, what you should have it's not even a sharp
Yeah.
it's in the way it's built. The reason why they're so well.
Those like Instagram reels we have like
bro, I've been looking. I watch his YouTube channel. All he does is the other thing that he'll pay like $400, and the other thing that was 13 cameras in the box. Don't know they work. Man, literally got a $2,000 camera in the box. They pay like $200. That's why dudes say, hey, we love our cameras. Got it in the face
and they're all working or is it
no, they're on but he only wanted that one camera. It's in that camera in the box. That's why he wanted it. He's like, I'll take the risk.
to be honest, like, it ain't nothing to fix it.
That's all I wanted to come over and I got a move. and take your whole camera apart. They'll put it into a shadow box and they'll repackage it with something. Camera selected for people who want those extra cameras and stuff. But yeah, that's why I'm trying not to overset it all. But I do
I've seen this girl. That sounds familiar though.
So I don't want this love network thing, but I don't like what he does.
It's his love for his always like ones in the background. Oh, this local?
Yeah. I thought that was it.
That's the cost of gas. How long you been doing it? We all been there. We all.
Well, Caleb's saying going to the
Yeah,
I'm about to say it depends on what people's schedule is. I'm about to say now we don't have to do it next month. In January. I look forward to having it snow.
I look at jackets.
I appreciate it. It always is. I'm not talking about like 6 feet, 7 feet or something. Like, even a foot just cheek white or even a little bit. But even if not, I'm going to keep it. I just can't go next week because I mean literally next week, Tuesday, the local one day. And I got fashion show on the 15th. No, I think we might be in fashion week. That's February. We're on February for sure. So even if we fashion week, we want to go up. The hotel room cost me up in there. Y'all know me, I don't give a fuck. Bill and I sleep in the same bed, in the same room. I just need to take a shower. Niggas be getting weird. I need my own room, bro. I'm on vacation. I'm not gonna be nowhere near this room. I'm gonna be outside with my camera and my battery. I'm gonna have 3 batteries on my hip, and I'm in that bitch popping.
I want to take my flash and take some of them. What's the photographer? I really get up in people's faces.
Oh yeah, nah. I still haven't got to that level though.
I want to do that so bad.
Getting in people's faces like just like if he was playing the piano, it just be. I can't get in people's faces, bro. It's something like
he wouldn't care. It was something he just didn't kind of I don't give a fuck attitude. He was just like.
I've been using you are you just to reach out to people.
Yeah, and it's just something about the pictures he would take though. Like there's something about him, like they were just so like
raw. You talking about the man who did the Face of New York? Oh no, never mind.
He's like an older dude. Like he might actually be dead. But,
nah, yeah, we talking about dude. There's a dude called New York.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I thought you were talking about.
Give it up again. All right, we're gonna have our next,
How to hold it.
Alright, so we're gonna have our next artist come up. This is Earl, very talented photographer in our community. This is what
Let's go, Earl.
Look proud of
What?
He's out there being there. So you know what's down there. He's trying to get up.
I'm in it too. I gotta try. Yeah.
How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Good.
Great.
Man.
So yeah, like Pixie said before, I'm also pretty nervous about talking publicly, but I'm trying to get better about speaking about my art and things like that. So yeah, I'm a photographer. I go by Earl. Some people call me Lotus. My Instagram is shot by Earl. So yeah, so I bought 2 pieces, but they're in the same series. It's actually a 4-piece series. I sold 2 of them and gave 1 away. Well, I sold 1 and gave 1 away. Yeah, it was about ego. I started doing a project about my friend who passed away, T. I made a whole project about like her and just ego about thinking that like, oh, you know, you're getting a bunch of, hey, you're really dope, but then focusing on that one, like, hey, you suck. And so I ended up through the process changing it because I was going through a breakup. And I wanted to do something personal about ego. And I wanted to do something about ego when it comes to being in love and how it can actually ruin a relationship. And yeah, so I'm about to show y'all 2 pieces and stuff. So this is the first one. And yeah, this one it features my friend Navia and my friend Shala. Katie helped out with it too. And basically, yeah, his hand is in here. Basically, the picture, it just basically tells about how sometimes in a relationship, you really do like, you get in arguments and you really want to be, your heart's telling you like, hey, let's work this out. You know, you love each other, but that ego gets in the way. And, you know, everything's telling you to reach out and grab, give each other a hug, you know, it's going to be all right. But the ego keeps you from doing that, and that ruins a lot of things when it comes to relationships. And so this is what this picture is about. I have been looking at the audience because basically it's telling you like, hey, maybe you might be going through a similar situation. Look at your own situation. You don't gotta tell me. You might just, you know, just to be there. And yeah, and I have the hands. Like I said, my friends helped me out with this project. And I wanted to convey the hands, like I said, them really wanting to come together and reach out together and, you know, become one. But like I said, the ego just stops that. This one, this is another one in the series. This one is upside down, so let me go ahead and change that. This one is basically, it's the same picture. I took a different angle from it, and this one is really about how the one person is really wanting to, you know, reach out and kind of control that ego and tell the person like, hey, let down your ego, let down your walls. You know, it's gonna be okay, come to me. And of course, his hands are kind of like, you know, I'm good, but his heart is telling him to reach out to her. And so that's what this is basically. The hands reaching out to her while she's reaching out to him, but he's reserved and he really doesn't want to because the ego messes up things. And that's what's happening in this picture. So yeah, that's it. Yep.
Where can we follow you?
Shot by Earl on Instagram. Yep.
Listen, oh, looks like we have a question over here.
Yep, there you go.
You're not getting up that easy. And something I already know, but still for everybody else, who are your top 3 most influencing artists to you?
Top 3 most influencing artists: Jamel Shabazz, Gordon Parks, and to be honest, as of recently, Edward Munch. So yeah, so those are my.
Why you decided to go with black and white?
So I love black and white. I shoot in color just to be like, yo, I shoot in color. I'm good at that. But I like to shoot in black and white because it shows detail. And instead of the colors telling the story, I like you to look at the pictures and kind of come up with your own story yourself. This one is pretty self-explanatory, but you can still feel certain ways in your own interpretations. Because you may look at this and not see what I'm seeing, you know, and that's fine. That's what art is about. So yeah. You had a question?
It's a two-part question. The first part is, how would you differentiate in your art ego versus the id, which is the sort of organic, raw processes that our body craves? And maybe I asked that in two parts already. How would you illustrate that in your art?
So you said, how would I differentiate ego?
How would you differentiate, perhaps, and then how would you illustrate that?
Okay, awesome. So how I differentiate ego? I hope I'm gonna answer it correctly. Let me know if I'm not. But in terms of ego differentiating, so for instance, I'll just bring up what the assignment was. The assignment was ego of the mind. Well, he said just ego anything. And like I said, originally I was gonna do ego of, you know, feeling like, hey, you know, I'm good, but that one person's telling me I'm not. So my ego's telling me to pay attention to them to get better. But really, you have a bunch of people telling you like, hey, you're great. Focus on that, you know? And then this one is about, of course, you know, love, ego. Like I said, ego really ruins relationships. Not even just relationships. Well, I guess relationships, friendships, like our relationships, family members, things like that. You know, it's really just kind of, you know, it's a killer used wrongly, you know? So yeah, that's how I differentiate it.
Thank you for sharing that very vulnerable thought.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Yep.
Any other questions?
Yes.
Rain.
Do you only, well, I'm not gonna say do you only, but up to this point in your practice, have you only told stories using models, like humans as models?
So yeah, that's a great question actually. Yeah, so I haven't, but in terms of my favorite photos, because you know, us as artists have our favorite photos or favorite artworks, let me say that. I've always told them dealing with humans because whenever I tell something in photography, I always do it off of something that I'm feeling at the time. So if it's my emotion, like I said, I was going through a breakup at this point. So I did it based off of like, you know, humans. I've always wanted to explore with, I guess, different types of textures, because I know you work with textures and stuff like that. I was trying to see how I can blend that with photography. I've always been interested in that. But in terms of your question, yes, it's always been humans.
How is the when using texture? Like how have you, I guess, learned about using texture?
No, so I want to like try that, I guess. Like yeah, I've always been like when we did the residency, everybody was working with textures, it felt like, and I was just like, man, that's interesting, you know, sewing and just like adding that into the artwork, it seemed really interesting to me, and I've always wanted to kind of like, you know, mix the two, because I feel like it hasn't been done really, so yeah.
So like, what paper do you normally use? My bad, never mind.
No, that's a great question.
I was about to ask, like, what paper do you normally get your work printed on, because that could be like, you know, like part of the first step to incorporating texture into it.
So I shoot with Sony. Sony baby, I probably won't ever go back to anything else when it comes to digital. But I actually print on Canon. So yeah, I print with a Canon. Yeah. Okay. You had a question.
Yeah, you know, in the Malay, I've actually forgotten it, but let me just coin it properly again. You know, when they say a picture paints 1,000 words.
Yeah.
And the way you know, sometimes you don't even need an explanation, because the imagery and the interconnectivity, you can read so much into what you do.
Yeah.
So it's not really a question, it's more of an observation.
Mm-hmm.
Have you considered film?
Oh, that's great. I'm about to nerd out real quick. Yeah, me and my homie Katie talk about that all the time. So like, yeah, like I'm actually delving into cinematography with this new project I'm working on. It's about love. I like to talk about love a lot in my photography. Not just dealing with like romantic friendships. like love from your parents. A lot of the material I delve into when it comes to photography, it involves like a father figure and a son, like things like that, or because I lived with my dad my whole life, so you know, he was a single father. But yeah, basically, yeah, I always wanted to like work with film, and I've been trying to get into it. It's hard. Cinematography is hard, but I plan on, you know, doing blending photography and film in this project I'm working on currently.
Why I say this is because you know, there's I don't know, you know, spirit artists like what you portray now. There's a spirit that comes out, and the spirit. What I see there is silent movies. Chaplin.
Yeah. Yes, I love that. Yeah.
That's good. That comes just, you know, it's very powerful.
That's good.
And I just think if you were, I have one talent, I can spot talent in other people. And, you know, I don't have any of myself, but I can spot it. And I think you've got remarkable talent to tell stories.
Thank you, I appreciate that. That means a lot, actually.
And, you know, and I'll tell you, the last thing is, the worst thing on earth is to squander your talent.
Yeah.
When you've been given, to whom much is given, much is expected. So you've got, you know, you've got to go get it.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming out.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any more questions?
So you said you use Sony for digital. Does that mean do you do some analog photography also?
I'll be interested in I ain't gonna lie. So no. Any other questions?
So, I got a statement. I mean, your superpowers. Do you realize like you have an energy
I like that. Oh my God.
based on your superpower, like to view life just like that? Because I mean, I guess we all go through something as children and adults, and we bring it, you know, up until our adult experiences, but you know, based on that, and you're hitting like so many marks that everybody probably can relate to is love. We get that from our parents, and we get that from, you know, the environment and stuff. But do you believe that that's like your superpower for the fact that, you know, you are who you are?
First of all, I love the words you tell me I have a superpower.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
100%.
Yeah, I do. Like I just really just try to feel my own, like my emotions. Like I had a problem with being vulnerable. Like I know you touched on being vulnerable. It's very hard. So I commend you on that too. I had a problem being vulnerable in my artwork. I talk to my homies all the time. You know, at first you start doing things that you feel like everybody else cares about, everybody else wants to see. But then when it came to photography, I just like I would look at some of the greats and like I was like, how can I make it my own? And then I kept on trying to do things that I felt like other people wanted to see. And I was like, man, honestly, screw y'all. Like, I feel deeply about this, about like things I'm going through and stuff like that. Like I had a very rough relationship with my father. And I wanted to convey that in a lot of the artwork I do. And I've dealt with heartbreak. I've dealt with being in love a lot, you know, things like that. And I wanted to basically put that on, you know, in photography, in my artwork. So, like I said, it's hard to deal with vulnerability and, you know, like Erykah Badu, you sensitive about your shit. And like, when you put it out there, it's like scary, but, you know, you just gotta do it.
Yeah, I can see your superpower through this. And I think you could probably take it, and it's just me talking, but I can see you probably taking it like 10 times further.
Yeah.
You're just figuring out the tools right now, but I think if other people probably could probably give you good direction in a sense, because not everybody sees it, but everybody probably would enjoy it. However you position it in that sense. And I think what you got right now is pretty damn good. Like I think you could probably take it like 10 times further.
Thank you. Oh yeah, I'm always a student when it comes to like learning and stuff like that. I learned different, you know, like you mentioned Chat GPT. I was actually talking to I was actually talking to Lanaja about that. I don't like
he hates
it. You know, to each his own. I just believe in more like, you know, I think it's a little more challenging to come up with something, you know, yourself. But me personally, in terms of taking it further, like I said, I'm always a student. I always want to learn more, and that's why I watch the greats. And like Gordon Parks is my favorite photographer ever. Was my favorite photographer. Still is. Always gonna be my favorite photographer ever. But then my friend Jermaine put me on to Jamel Shabazz, and then he started having me learn about other photographers, and even people that here, like Katie, for instance, like he helped me a lot with, you know, coming up with things.
Right.
Dathan, my friend Dathan, like he's just, you know, he's not a photographer, but he told me like, hey, look, you ain't posted nothing since January. This is like way back. Like I was complaining, oh, there's no, you know, there's nothing going on with photography. He's like, you ain't posted nothing since January, bro. Go ahead. And that like put a battery in my back to like just learn more. So yeah. Yep. Is there any other questions? Oh.
This may not be relevant, but what's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Gemini.
Explain so much.
Yep. How you feel about Gemini?
I think it connects to you're using people as your model. You know, to plug into a lot of different individuals. So maybe it's not so much about like the ego itself, but how other people choose to use it.
Like that. Perfect.
Give it up for Earl.
There you go. Let's go, boo.
Little announcement, I'll move on to our next.